Hello students, welcome back to our channel. Students, in this video we will discuss about a very important concept from class 12th physics chapter ray optics, and this concept is the concept of critical angle. We will discuss what is critical angle, we will derive the formula of critical angle, and other important things will be discussed in this video related to critical angle. So what is critical angle? To understand the concept of critical angle, first we should have an idea of total internal reflection. Now let us say this is an interface which is separating two media, right? This is a line which separates two media. For example, this is the surface of water. So below this line is obviously water and above this line is air, right? So this is an interface, and let us say this is a denser medium and above this line is a rarer medium. This is not a separate line, this is just the surface of the denser medium. By denser medium, if we are saying that this is the denser medium and this is rarer medium, it means that the velocity of light in this medium is less than the velocity of light in that medium. Denser medium, when we compare two media and one is denser and the other one is rarer, so denser is that medium in which the velocity of light is less than the velocity of light in the other medium, which is called rarer, right? So let us say that this is a denser medium and an object is placed in this medium somewhere around here, right? An object is placed in this medium somewhere around here. So now when the light rays go out from this object, right? Every object, how can you see the object? You can see any object if it emits light or if it reflects the light of some other source. So suppose some light rays are coming out of this object. Those light rays can be the light rays emitted by this object also, if it is a kind of object which emits light rays, or these light rays can be of some other source which this object is just reflecting, right? So let us say there are some light rays which are emerging from this object. So what happens when the light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium? It gets reflected away from the normal. We all know this, we have studied this in class 10th also, that let us say if this is the normal, right? This is the normal and here this is the normal. So what happens when the light travels from denser to rarer medium? Light gets reflected away from the normal like this, and this will reflect like this, right? So these are the paths of these two light rays. Now let us take one more light ray which is somewhere around here. So we can clearly see that with the distance, what's happening with the distance, the angle of refraction is increasing, right? Angle of refraction is increasing. Angle of refraction of this ray was this, and angle of refraction of this ray was this. This is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray, and angle of refraction is what? Angle of refraction is the angle between the refracted ray and the normal. So angle between the normal and the refracted ray is this, and clearly this angle is more than this angle. So if we would have taken one more ray here, then angle of refraction of this ray will be more than this ray. So as we are moving away from the light source, as we are moving in this direction, then the angle of refraction is increasing, right? Angle of refraction is increasing, and increase karte somewhere around here this angle of refraction becomes 90 degree, right? It was suppose 60 degree here, then 75 degree, then 80 degree, then 85 degree, and somewhere around here the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree, right? Angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. And what happens if there are more rays beyond this ray also? There will be more rays beyond this ray. So what will happen? The angle of refraction of this ray will be more than 90 degree. So this ray will not go into the other medium. This ray gets reflected back to the same medium. So this This phenomena is called total internal reflection. Look what happens when a ray hits an interface. It gets divided into two parts. One part of the ray gets reflected and other part of the ray gets refracted depending upon the surface. Now, somewhere here, some part of the light is getting refracted, which is shown, but the other part which is getting reflected is not shown, right? So there will be some part of this ray which is going like this. So when the ray hits a surface, when a light ray, suppose this is a surface, and when a light ray hits the surface, when the light ray hits the surface, it gets split into two parts. One part gets reflected and the other part gets refracted, right? So in this case we have shown only the refracted rays. Now what is the difference between reflection and refraction? Refraction means the light is going in the other medium, and reflection means the light comes back into the same medium. Now, of all these rays which are beyond this part, when the angle of refraction is 90 degree, all these rays will come back into the same medium. Even the refracted rays are coming back into the same medium, right? After this part, refracted rays are not going into the other medium, they are coming back into the same medium. And reflected rays to isi medium mein aa hi rahi thi, and refracted rays also started coming in the same medium. So refraction stops after this part. Refraction means the light going into the other medium, right? That is stopped after this part. All the light is coming back into the same medium. So this phenomena is called total internal reflection. And this angle, this angle of incidence for which this angle of incidence, right? This is the angle of incidence for which the angle of refraction is 90 degree, and beyond this angle, total internal reflection occurs. So this angle is called critical angle, and it is represented by IC, right? So it is the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is 90 degree. Critical angle is angle of incidence, in the denser medium for which angle of incidence, angle of refraction in rarer medium is 90 degree, right? So it is the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is 90 degree. That is called critical angle. Okay, so okay, so what happens? Total internal reflection occurs only when the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, right? Because at the critical angle, the angle of refraction is 90 degree. At the critical angle, the angle of refraction is 90 degree, so the refracted ray moves along the interface. But that is not called total internal reflection. For total internal reflection to occur, the refracted ray must come back into the same medium, and that happens only after this part, right? And after this part, obviously, the angle of incidence everywhere for any ray, angle of incidence, this one will be more than the critical angle. So this is a must condition for total internal reflection to take place. Total internal reflection takes place only when the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle. And secondary, light should travel from denser medium to rarer medium, because if light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, then the bending occurs towards the normal, and this situation will never come. This situation can come only when the light bends away from the normal, and somewhere at some point the angle of refraction becomes more than 90 degree. So that is possible only when the light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Na? If the light is traveling from rarer to denser medium, this situation will never come. So two essential conditions two essential conditions for TIR, total internal reflection के लिए what are two essential conditions for total internal reflection to occur? What are two essential conditions? Number one, light should travel from rarer to denser medium. Light should travel from rarer to denser medium. And number two, light should travel from rarer to denser medium. And number two, the angle of incidence in the denser medium should be greater than the critical angle. Angle of incidence, angle of incidence in the denser medium must be greater than the critical angle right? Okay, so what is the formula for critical angle? To derive the formula for critical angle, we will use Snell's law, right? What is Snell's law in refraction? Snell's law says that when there are two media in contact, like a pair of media, what we will write? Let us say that this medium is suppose 1 and this medium is 2. So we write absolute refractive index of medium 1 into sine of the angle which the light is making in this medium, right? So in medium 1, light is making what? Light is making angle of incidence, and in medium 2, light is making angle of refraction. So ठीक से लिखूं इसको. So mu1, that is the absolute refractive index of this medium, into sine of the angle which the light is making in this angle. Now let us take for Snell's law we can use any such pair, this I or R, or any other I or R, but since we know this angle, or if we want to find this angle or we want to derive a formula for this angle, then obviously we will use this particular pair, na? So mu1 into sine IC equal to mu2 into angle made by light in this medium, which is angle of refraction, and in this case this angle is 90 degree. So sine 90 degree. So mu1 into sine IC equal to sine 90 is 1 equal to mu2, right? Okay, so what we can write? We can write mu1 by mu2 is equal to 1 upon sine IC, right? Okay, so mu1 sine 90 and yeah, right. So okay, what is this refractive index of this medium is mu1 and refractive index of this medium is mu2. So what is mu1 by mu2? Mu1 by mu2 is simply the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. That is, this is the refractive index of the medium in which critical angle is there, right? In which the light is making the critical angle. This is the refractive index of the medium with respect to the medium it is in contact with. So mu1 with respect to 2 is 1 upon sine of the critical angle. Sine of the critical angle, right? Yeah. So this is the formula for critical angle. And always remember one thing, that the critical angle depends on the pair of media. It is not the property of a single medium, right? Suppose here we have water and here we have air, and let us replace this air by some other medium, let us say glass. So the critical angle will change, though the critical angle is in water, but it is not the property of water, it is the property of the pair of water and the other medium. So the critical angle for water air pair is same and the critical angle for water glass pair is same. So it is the property of a pair. So if we can write angle of incidence in the denser medium must be greater than the critical angle of pair of media in contact. Pair of media in contact. Right? Okay. So this is what the critical angle is. This is the meaning of the critical angle. These are the properties of the critical angle, and this is the formula and derivation of the critical angle. All these things are very important in ray optics. So you have to prepare them very carefully, and you will find some very important numericals based on this concept, and go and solve those numericals. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, all the very best.